Today, I will be talking about teachers. Teachers have been a very big part of our lives. Well, that is if you are in actual school, and they have been somewhat of an impact to all of us. So I will talk about the different types of teachers that we encountered within school. First up, we got the fake teacher. The fake teacher was that guy who, at the beginning of the year, he would kind of go like this. Yeah, I love all you guys. Let's have a great year. I will help you out with anything that you need. And then once you got halfway through the semester, my man's be turning around, flipping tables, yelling because he can't get the control of the class. This teacher was also notorious for being a big giant snake. They always had a tendency to turn around and mess up your grade at the absolute worst times, giving you a giant middle finger on the way out. Next up, we got the strict teacher. The strict teacher was always that one who was by the book all the time. Those teachers made it difficult to do almost anything within the class. It felt like something out of the military. You couldn't eat anything, you couldn't go to the bathroom, shoot, you couldn't even talk to anybody within the classroom. Hell, if you even tried to do that, you'd be sent to the principal's office. And when it came to schoolwork, oh my God, these teachers would be the worst. Like, they tell you to complete about 3 books of bookwork within one day and expect you to know everything by next week. I'm actually convinced that these were the teachers who got bullied in school and decided to take it out on kids as they got older. After that, we have the overly excited teacher. Now, I can't really talk too bad about these teachers because they actually somewhat love their job, but they are the ones who are super hyperactive in the morning when nobody is literally up. And it's like, why? It's almost like an annoying alarm just destroying your eardrums. Like, we get you enjoy your job, but could you really just tone it down for us a bit to kind of adjust? And sometimes these teachers are kind of sheep in wolf's clothing because they can end up falling into the category of the fake teacher real quick. However, most of the times, they're just passionate about their job and they actually do care about students. For the most part anyway. Moving on from the overly excited teacher is the math teacher. The math teacher is just that one guy who could fall into a whole bunch of categories, but there's one thing I'll tell you, he never misses a day. Like, I've come across math teachers who will turn around and bike to school just to make the class. Like, understand your job is important, but sheesh. Not only that, their classes tend to be the hardest in school. So, you know, that just kind of goes hand in hand of all the mess that they bring along with it. Moving on from math teachers, we got English teachers. The one thing that I can recall about the English teacher was she was always pregnant. She'd be there for about 2 months and then you wouldn't see her for the other 6. This is where a whole bunch of substitute teachers come in and take over the class. I find it highly unusual how this happens almost all the time and it never ever fails. And sometimes it'll even happen twice a year. And it's a strangely crazy phenomenon. Like, does your husband take any breaks? Or is there something else that you're not telling us? Regardless, most of the times they're chill and they help you out. Moving on, we got the asshole teacher. Now, this teacher is a whole different breed. They always have some kind of beef with students at school. Actually, it doesn't even matter what student it is. They just look for a chance to become a total menace. Like, you'll ask him one question like, can you tell me what the answer to the question is? And he'll turn around and be like, it's in the book, dumbass. And stuff like that just makes you want to get up and start fighting them. And the crazy thing is, they don't get along with anyone, even the other teachers. A teacher will ask them how their day is going, they'll turn around and flip them off. Most times these teachers don't last really long, but there have been a few exceptions. Like, there's this one teacher that used to be in my school, and the principal just used him for disciplinary action. Like he was some random guard dog. If you wanted to intimidate people, you should just hire security. After that, we got the sports teacher. The sports teacher is usually an actual coach within the school and is always seen as a positive kind of role model in a way. However, most of the times these teachers are caught giving freebies to the actual sports athletes. Little Roscoe somehow has a 100 in the class, while in every other class he has an absolute 0. Aside from that, most times these teachers are the best in school. They give you breaks, they are really relatable, and they understand your struggle. And they have the best stories too. Like, they'll tell you about how they stormed the beaches of Normandy, even though that shit was not even true. But moving on from the sports teacher, we've got the bell doesn't dismiss you, I do teachers. And man, I be wanting to fight these teachers so damn much, because they'll turn around and have this long ass class and then go on for 20 minutes after class was already dismissed. Like, I'm trying to go to my next class, not sitting here with your boring ass talking about dinosaurs and then you trying to keep me there for another 20 minutes. And even though dinosaurs are cool, the tolerance of having to hear someone talk for 2 hours at a time is just not it. Most people be wanting to have an anime battle with these kinds of teachers because they just don't stop talking. Oh my god. And somehow, at the end of the year, these are always the teachers that you have to go to help improve your grade. And last but not least, we've got the sexy teacher. Usually this teacher is promiscuous in a way. Back when I was in school, these teachers were actually really rare, but nowadays they're becoming a whole lot more common. These teachers can fall into any of the previous categories, but most times you don't care about anything because they just look really good. If the teacher's a male, you'll end up seeing a bunch of girls at his desk trying to get his number, trying to see where he lives, and just low-key being a creep. If the teacher is female, it's kind of the same thing, but like 10 times worse. The biggest player in school would always try and rizz up these teachers, knowing that they didn't even have a chance in hell. However, there have been a few exceptions. Like I said at the beginning of the video, teachers have always been somewhat of a positive impact for all of us, whether they intend to or not. And the stuff that they go through is pretty understandable considering the fact that our government absolutely fries them. But what do you guys think? Were there certain types of teachers that I have missed? Was there something personal about your teacher that you would like to add? Was there a certain teacher that made an impact in your life, whether it was good or bad? Comment down below and tell me what you guys think. Aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.